Hey everyone, it's Sara. I've got a book haul for you today. I picked up a few books in April that I wanted to show you, and also earlier this month was my birthday, and I got a gift certificate to Barnes & Noble, and I got some money, so of course I bought a bunch of books. So this is a lot of books, so I'm just gonna kind of go through them pretty quickly. Okay, so in April I picked up The Walls Around Us by Nova Ren Suma. I am attending a workshop that she is leading for young adult authors in November, so I wanted to pick up some of her books. This is her newest release. I'm about this far into it, and it's really good so far. It's told from two different points of view, and it kind of goes back and forth between a girl who's in a juvenile detention center and a girl who is a ballet dancer, and they are kind of connected by this sort of mysterious death, I think. I'm just getting into it, and it's really good so far. Then in April I went to the used bookstore and I saw another one of her books on sale for like $3, and that is Imaginary Girls, and I have seen this cover a lot and I really thought it was a great cover. But other than that, I actually don't know much about this book other than I really like the cover and Nova Ren Suma wrote it. But I have heard good things. At the used bookstore, I also picked up It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. I saw this movie and I really enjoyed it, but I heard that the book was even better, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. I also picked up Hit by Delia S. Dawson. This author is actually from Georgia, and she was doing a writing workshop slash book release event at a bookstore pretty close to my house. So I went to check that out, and I got the book signed. Probably can't. Oh yeah, see? So that was exciting. This is a dystopian book, basically where the government and the bank have kind of joined forces, I think, and if you don't pay your debt, they kill you, which is no good because I have quite a lot of student loan debt, so I would be dead. Okay, so then I got a Barnes & Noble gift certificate for my birthday, and the first book that I picked up was Saint Anything by Sara Dessen. I've read one of her books before, and I really enjoyed it. This is her newest novel, and I've heard a lot of good things. I've seen some good reviews on BookTube. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. The next book I picked up was Tiger Lily by Jodi, Lynn, Anderson. This is kind of a retelling of Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan, absolutely. It's one of my favorite books, so anytime I see any kind of retelling or take on this story, I definitely have to pick it up. Fun fact, J.M. Barrie, the author of Peter Pan, actually shares the same birthday as me. So happy birthday, Mr. Barrie. The next book that I picked up at Barnes & Noble was ENDER'S Game by Orson Scott Card. This was on sale for like $4. And in my reading challenge this year, I was challenged to read a book that came out in the year that I was born. So I picked this one up because it came out in 1985, which was the year that I was born. Yes, for those of you who can do math, I just turned 30. So I'm pretty excited about that. No, actually, I was kind of like freaking out about turning 30, but now I think I feel good about it. I think 30s are probably a really awesome decade, and I think it's going to be good. But anyway, Orson Scott Card, ENDER'S Game, 1985. This is like kind of a classic science fiction book that everyone really enjoys, so I wanted to pick it up. I also got this huge book of The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The reason it is so thick is because it contains a bunch of his other works as well. There are some plays in here that I haven't actually read by him, which is why I wanted to pick this up. I do have a copy of The Picture of Dorian Gray, but I'm not really a fan of the cover, and I thought this cover was pretty cool. I think I was more excited about like the whole collection, and it was like $7. This huge book for $7, so I was excited. And the last book I picked up at Barnes & Noble was the new Sara Gruen book, and that is At the Water's Edge. This kind of sounds like it's similar to Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. My cat Frank wants to say hi. Hi, Frank. He'll probably be walking around for the rest of the video. I did enjoy Water for Elephants, so I'm excited to read this one. Okay, so after I went to Barnes & Noble, I went to the used bookstore again, and there was this bundle where you got 5 Christopher Moore books for $15. So I thought that was a really good deal. I have read Lamb by Christopher Moore before, The Gospel According to BIFF, Christ's Childhood Pal, and this book is hilarious and I really enjoyed it. I used to have a copy of this book, but I let my boyfriend borrow it and I haven't seen it in a while, so you know, it was $15 for 5 of his books, and this was the only one that I previously had a copy of, so I just told my boyfriend he could keep my other copy, and now I have a new one. But the other Christopher Moore books I have not read, and I do not have copies of, and that is Coyote Blue, A Dirty Job, You Suck, A Vampire Love Story, and The Lust Lizard of Melancholy Cove. Christopher Moore is basically hilarious, so I am excited to read some of his other books. I also picked up 20s Girl by Sophie Kinsella. I've heard a lot of good things about her on BookTube. She writes a lot of contemporary, like new adult kind of, well, I don't know if it would be considered new adult, but contemporary adult romantic type fiction. So I wanted to check out one of her books. And this one was on sale for like $3, so, you know, you can't go wrong. I also picked up Coffee Will Make You Black by April Sinclair. I actually heard about this book from Danielle, and to put a finish on it, I will link to her down below. She's pretty awesome. Check her out. This sounded really interesting, and I also wanted to start reading more diversely. I do read a lot of white authors, and this one sounded really good, so I wanted to pick it up. And the last book that I got at the used bookstore was When I'm Old and Other Stories by Gabrielle Bell. Felt like an appropriate book to get after my 30th birthday. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't think I'm that old. But it is a graphic novel, and I have never read a graphic novel, but it's like a graphic novel of short stories, which I thought was cool. It has some snarky humor in it, which I enjoy. So that was my book haul for April and my birthday, which was on May 9th of, I don't think I ever said that, in case you guys were wondering. Go Taurus. So yeah, I feel kind of overwhelmed because I already had a really long TBR of books that I've bought, especially ebooks, because I tend to just buy a bunch of them when they're, you know, on sale for 99 cents, or when some of them are free, I'll just download a bunch of them, and now I have like a really long TBR, and then I go and buy all of these books. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, and I really think I need to actually do a book buying ban, but those don't ever seem to work out for me, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I just need to do some readathons. But yeah, have any of you read any of these books? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to click the like sign if you liked this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos about books or about writing. Obviously I'm not doing Tuesday Talks today because I did the book haul. I don't know that I'll be doing Top 5 Wednesday tomorrow either, but I will definitely have a writing tip video for you on Thursday. This week I'm going to be talking about investing in your writing and ways that you can invest in your writing and why it's a good thing. So make sure you check that out. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.